In today's video, we're going to be exploring the Moogerfooger MF-105S plugin, which is a software variant of the hardware Moogerfooger MF-105 MuRF pedal. And in the software, we've actually added some additional settings that allow you to change the operation from mono to stereo, allow you to adjust the way that the envelopes are peaking and the envelope mode, as well as a pattern editor for creating animations of the filter bands on MuRF. In today's example, we're going to be listening to 3 sounds generated from this Eurorack case. I have one track that's going to be drum sounds generated from the Bastel Pizza oscillator. I have one sound that's a bass track generated from the Winter modular zaps run through a filter and a low-pass gate. And then I have a bell sound generated from the Mutable Instruments rings. So let's begin by listening to our dry drum track. So as you can hear, we have some pretty simple FM drums that are just doing a kick snare variation. And for the drums, I'm going to be using the MF-105S to act like a resonant EQ and highlight the bass frequencies and some of the higher frequencies for the snare drum. So let's give a listen to how it sounds processed by the MF-105S. As you can hear, it gives us a slightly resonant filtered quality which rolls off some of the top end and is a nice way to get it to blend with the other elements in my mix. So now let's listen to the dry bass track. So I have an 1/8 note square wave bass line that's just running through a filter into a low pass gate, and in this I'm going to be using the MF-105S to add a little bit of sweeping via an LFO that I have set up on the CV panel. So this will give us a slightly phaser type effect, and let's give a listen to how it sounds. So you can hear this gives us this juicy phaser type sound on the bass line, and let's listen to how the bass line now sounds with the drums. You can hear that the MuRF really adds a resonant quality to the mix as it processes multiple elements. So now let's listen to the way our bell track sounds dry. So as you can hear, that's sort of a vibrato applied to a nice bell tone. And in this example, we're going to be using the MF-105S set to pattern 4, set levels for all our filter bands, and managed to sync the animation to the DAW's tempo. So let's give a listen to how it sounds processing the bells. You can hear this gives us an interesting stereo movement to that bell track. So now let's add the drums and the bass back in and listen to how the whole mix sounds with each element processed by the MF-105S. So as you can hear, the MF-105S is a very unique and flexible effect that's able to give you a range of effects from equalization to animated filter movement to phaser-like effects, and can really dynamically change some of the elements in your mix.